With his rise and the slowing down of Shaq, Yao Ming, and Tim Duncan, Howard became unquestionably the best big man in the NBA. And the world expected his further growth and that the Magic would become a dynasty. Unfortunately, neither of those things materialized. In 2010, the Magic got off to a strong start, winning 17 of their first 21 games. The new additions of Vince Carter, Matt Barnes, and Ryan Anderson gave even more shooting options for Van Gundy. And Howard, too, was smiling on the court, as he often did. But inside, Dwight was not completely happy. He averaged just 10 shots per game, which was more than 2 fewer than the previous year. And for the season, he ranked 109th in the league in field goals attempted per game, and was 4th in attempted shots on his own team. And when you consider that Dwight led the NBA in field goal percentage, making 61% of his shots, it's easy to see his growing discontent with Van Gundy and his role in the offense. But on the flip side, the team was winning games, and he was dominating in all the other areas. Dwight led the NBA in rebounds for the 3rd consecutive year with 13.2 boards per game, and with 2.8 blocks, he once again led the league in rejections. Howard repeated as the Defensive Player of the Year, he made the All-NBA first team, and finished 4th in MVP voting, as Orlando finished with the 2nd-best record in the Eastern Conference with 59 wins. The playoffs started great, with 2 clean sweeps in the first 2 rounds against Charlotte and Atlanta. But in the conference finals against the Celtics, Boston won the first 3 games in the series, stunning the Magic fans, who hoped they would make the finals again. And despite winning the next 2 games and extending the series, in Game 6, Paul Pierce led the Celtics to victory, and another season ended with disappointment for Dwight. During the 3 playoff series, Howard averaged 18 points, 11 rebounds, and 3.5 blocks, despite taking just 10 shots per game. However, in the following season, Dwight privately and publicly started to demand the ball more, which resulted in career highs in points. Dwight was averaging 22.9 points per game on 13.4 shots, along with 14.1 rebounds and a career-high 1.5 steals and 2.4 blocks. He finished 2nd in MVP voting behind Derrick Rose, and he once again won Defensive Player of the Year in a landslide, winning 114 out of 120 first-place votes. Even back then, when he was in his prime, the narrative around Dwight was that he was a subpar post-up player who lacked the touch and finesse of Hakeem, and even Al Jefferson and Zach Randolph. And while it was true that Dwight was mechanical and stiff, he was actually very effective down low. In 2011, he averaged roughly 1 point per post-up, or about 50% efficiency on each shot, which is very good. If you include assists, the number rises to 1.1 points per possession. And that doesn't even include hockey assists and the overall off-ball gravity that Dwight produced with his presence under the basket. Dwight's low post game might have looked ugly, but it was the fundamental component of Orlando's potent inside-out half-court offense. In 2011, Howard became the first player in league history to win Defensive Player of the Year for 3 consecutive seasons, while Orlando made the playoffs as the 4th seed. Amid multiple trades and roster shakeups, the Magic lost the continuity they had in recent years, and they surprisingly lost to the Hawks in 6 games in the first round of the playoffs. Howard played arguably the best series of his career, averaging 27 points, 15 rebounds, and 2 blocks per game, while shooting 63% from the field and 68% from the free throw line. But despite the impressive numbers and individual awards, it was becoming increasingly clear that Dwight was not a leader. His body language was often bad, and he wasn't mad if the team underperformed as long as he got his numbers. And while his stats were trending upward, his team's performance was trending downward.